and welcome to Moon Cycle 9 Astro Summary with me, Shakti Sanja. I am giving you a comprehensive summary of what the ninth moon cycle of this year that started with the Leo new moon and included the Pisces full moon had for you. I'm talking about the astrological movements and aspects that really significantly impacted us and what this was like. Why do I like talking about the astrology that has already passed? Because I'm all about that Saturn energy that's here right now for us this year to look and learn lessons from the past, to look back at what happened in the last moon cycle and to really fully integrate, comprehend, and take in those messages for us. Okay, so let's begin with the Leo new moon. So the Leo new moon always happens during Leo season. And typically it is in August, and it's usually this time when we get to shine bright and really know our gifts and be like, yes, this is the leader that I am, and I have a lot of energy and passion towards it. However, because this is the second moon cycle that we're having for about a year and a half, where the moon, the full moon and the new moon are not in the same pairing. So typically the Leo new moon is paired with the Aquarius full moon, and that's air energy and fire energy amplifying itself really to serve the collective. So that's why we often feel so clear and direct, clear thinking, know what's here for us, right? That like summertime high and feeling really confident and assured in ourselves. However, this moon cycle, we had the Leo new moon with the Pisces full moon, and Pisces energy is deep, humanitarian, psychic, intuitive, dreamy energy, very, very much watering down that Leo boldness. So what did this mean? Really, the clear message was that our leadership and how we shine and how we have confidence in the world also has to serve our own humanity and humanity as a whole. So essentially, it was like a big old ego death for a lot of us. I definitely experienced this personally. Let me know in the comments below what this was like for you. But it was essentially like looking at our own leadership through the lens of humanity, right? So it was a time to really be humbled and a time to really think, what am I really here for? What is the true value that I add? What is the reason that I even want to be on stage or say something or want to put my messaging out there? Am I deeply connecting to my own feelings, to my own soul, to my own experience, and to others' experience? It was really a moment to really come home to being a human and to being a part of the human experience, which means feeling everything that there is to feel, from the highs and the lows and everything in between. So it was a real opportunity to have a lot of mercy, to have a lot of humbleness, and to have essentially a sense of surrender in terms of feeling, what are we here to do as leaders? What I wrote about and what I talked about in Moon Mastery was really boldly creating an outrageously loving life, but having that loving life be about love for all and really focused on love and prayers for all people rather than just focusing on ourselves and our own individual success, right? So it was a real letting go of individual fame, fortune, acclaim, feeling even that sense of high of like, I know this and I can do this, right? And it's really connecting more to the collective. What are we all feeling, right? This Leo Pisces moon energy, lunar energy was really here to tell us, hey, if it doesn't serve all of us and if everyone's not benefiting, then I'm not benefiting either. And given the state of the world and how many people are in a lot of uncertainty and a lot of pain, traversing through lots of change and adaptability, right? It's not all bad, but it's definitely not all good right now. There's definitely this sense of, what is my personal success if I'm not connected to and really being a part of this human experience? So a lot of emotions might have come up. It really felt almost like a Pisces season. It might have been deeply emotional, lots of processing for you, lots of processing for others, even really feeling others, people in your community, your friends, your family, really feeling their pain, right? That Pisces empathy was really coming out. And that can serve to feed your own leadership of yourself and your leadership in your business, your destiny, your life purpose. So that was a massive, massive learning, coming in an inward journey, inward to outward journey is what I'd call it, for our own leadership during this last moon cycle. If I could give the whole moon cycle a title, it would be the ninth moon cycle of the year was for the humble, empathic leader of all of humanity, which sounds kind of intense as a title. I just came up with it right here, but it really, really brought us to our hearts, really, really deep into our hearts, so that we could actually lead from our authentic selves and lead ourselves as well. Especially as we went into Virgo season, a lot of the energy became, how can I best lead myself? What routines and practices do I need to do to optimize my health so I can fill my cup, so I can show up the best way that I possibly can for myself and the world and my business and the work that I have to do, right? A lot of you that watch me are on your own spiritual path. You're living your life to be in your life purpose, to be on your dharma, to be living your destiny path. And a lot of that has to do with sacred conscious business. So thank you, and I welcome you for doing this. And I'd love for you to reflect on what that moon cycle was really like for your own leadership, and especially for your leadership of yourself. Because like I said, as we got into Virgo season that started on the 22nd of August and is wrapping up as Libra season is about to start on the 22nd tomorrow, there was a real sense of, how do I best take care of myself so that I can serve other people, and what does taking care of others look like? And there was a lot of practicality around that. There was a lot of chop wood, carry water. Literally, I did a lot of camping, but there was really practical tools and practices to put into place so that you can really be supporting yourself and supporting others. So some of you might have seen breakthroughs in your routine, in your health, in your wellness, in the diets that you choose for yourself, in the way that you handle your money, and even the things that you're doing for work. You really wanted this sense of steadiness so that you can be filled and have as much of a foundation, as much steadiness as possible, so that you can serve. Mercury was also in Virgo for a while. It went into Virgo on August 19th. So there was also this sense of a lot of communication around, what can I do to best serve? What are the practices? What are the routines that are going to serve me best, my own health, my mental wellness, so I can serve other people's health and wellness as well. It was really this kind of conversation of, how much do I serve myself and how much do I serve others? And there was a sense of knowing that if you're not also serving others, you're not really serving yourself, right? So that's a lot of the Pisces energy coming into this moon cycle, which was really unique and such a beautiful gift and opportunity for us. We also had a lot of Mercury and Venus energy, lots of oppositions and trines. So there was a lot of new ideas, lots of communication, maybe even communication breakdowns or needed confrontations that you needed to have for yourself in various relationships in your life. And especially with those Venus oppositions and Venus changing its sign later on, there was this real sense of anything that's not working or serving you in your relationships, or you not serving your partners in your romantic relationships, coming up so that it can be cleared. This is talking about old wounds, abandonment wounds, trust issues, communication issues, breakdowns, what have you, was all coming up to be cleared so that you can be, most assured and certain in yourself, and that you can also be in the most loving possible relationship with your partners and with your significant others, or if you're dating, whatever that looks like. But lots of romantic healing, lots of wounding coming up so that it can be healed. And all of that was happening leading up to Venus going into Leo, which means that, love is at the forefront, love is bold, love is shining, love wants to be here, love wants to be expressed. So you might even have a renewed sense of romance, or wanting to show off your romantic partnership, or really wanting to even be bold and out there if you're single. So there's this real sense of that needed to be cleaned up, because it was just about to be put on the pedestal, it was about to be put on stage. And when it comes to being put on a pedestal, I do want to say that a lot of this energy during this moon cycle was really here to help us eliminate putting people on pedestals, to help us eliminate codependency, making someone special, putting so much energy into one person or one relationship. This can be romantic, or it can be in your family, in your business, or in your friendships, putting so much emphasis on one individual relationship to give you meaning, to give you peace, to give you support, to meet your needs. This needed to be dismantled during this time, because as Virgo teaches us, that is not how we meet our needs. We can't just depend on one person. We depend on our whole community, all of society, and they also depend on us. So the more people that we distribute our love and our needs being met with, the more that we're able to meet other people's needs. So it was this real humanitarian distribution where we started to realize that our life was really a living village. And that was my experience and the metaphor that I'm using here. But seeing that the more that you dismantle any beliefs around around codependency or needing one individual, especially romantic relationships, to serve you, is where you can open up to see how much love and support you have everywhere around you in all of your circles, and also how much love and support you have to give so many other people. So it really was the global village speaking out and inviting you into it. Okay, and then that was all leading us into this big Mars retrograde. So Mars went retrograde on September 9th, and it will be retrograde until the middle of November. And it's really, what's coming up is massive masculine healing. It's a huge healing of the masculine. And at the very beginning of this moon cycle, right before the Leo new moon, there was Uranus retrograde. So I haven't spoken about this yet, but I do want to speak to it. So Uranus retrograde is really having us look differently, look back at how we have served humanity, what innovations, what technology we are here to serve. Lots of people are learning more about social media and technology and how it can serve us, and also how it can be greatly of disservice. And lots of people are making new decisions and making new values about how much time they want to spend in technology, or what kind of investments they want to make in terms of their own, actions there, or presence there online, and what that looks like. So a big review of how we serve each other, especially through technology and innovation. And then with Mars retrograde coming in as well, there's this deep sense of how is the masculine served, and what are the masculine wounds, toxic masculinity, all of that, our own wounding with the masculine, our fathers, our partners, our bosses, the powers that be in general is very masculine at this time. So it's all being dismantled and looked at. It can be very painful. It can be very triggering. These are core wounds, right? Especially from childhood, from father figures and men in our lives. So what's coming up, this is all coming up so it can be healed. So there might be a lot of toxic masculinity come up, male aggression, addiction, especially with that Pisces full moon coming up. So these are all opportunities to heal. So it can feel very uncomfortable to see this, to have it be in the light of day, but it's all here so that we can sit with it, we can transmute it, we can transform it, and we can integrate it and move forward, right? So make sure to have a lot of love for the masculine within yourself and for the masculine outside of you. For men in your life who are very masculine, it's an opportunity to deeply understand them, empathize, and help them grow so that we can grow as a society together. And yes, it can be painful for you individually, but know that it is a collective experience and we're all in this together. On the 12th, Jupiter went direct, and on the 13th, we also had Venus square Uranus. So Jupiter going direct meant that everything is starting to expand again, right? Jupiter is moving towards Aquarius again, where it will be in November. And this means that it's a massive time for expansion. Our mind is expanding, but it's still in very practical ways, right? So we're starting to see the bigger picture. And I feel like over the next couple months, especially looking back at this time in December, we're going to start seeing what this time period in life was here to teach us, and what all of these triggers and points and emotional times and heated arguments and conflicts that came up within ourselves and in our relationships and in our sacred work was really here to teach us, as Jupiter is the great teacher and the great expander of humanity. So with all of that being said, it has been a bit of a tricky time, especially like I said on Sunday, September 13th, Venus was square Uranus, so there was a lot of looking at our relationships and our romantic relationships and how they serve the collective, and anything that we need to resolve or look back on so that we can have healthy love and relationships as we move into Libra season, because Libra is all about love and connection and cooperation and diplomacy, and I really think we could all use a little bit more of that in this time. And it's all about beauty and the joy and the love of life and of people in life. So I hope I'm giving you my prayer for a beautiful level of connection to yourself and to others as we move into Libra season. Please let me know what else you got from this moon cycle. If there's any aspect you'd like to have me talk about, just ask it in the comments below. I'm sending you all of my love, and I will be here again for moon cycle 10 summary. If you'd like to join us in Moon Mastery for the moon ceremonies and to get your own astro chart reading with me, the link is in my bio, shaktisanya.com/moonmastery. All right, my loves, have a great day. Satnam.